think, Madeline? Hold, tilt the bottle up a little bit. There you go.
Last year.
What are you doing, Madeline? Yeah? Holy hair. Look at you!
She has been asking for so long to go horseback riding. It's crazy. Yeah.
Dad, you're scaring her.
Oh, okay.
But if they're dairy background, the breed is so used to having components fed in that they need supplements. So they
Yeah,
need
especially
grain,
when
they
you're
need-
pulling that much out of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you're taking 8 pounds of milk off a day, you need to feed 8 pounds back. So I cut that down a little. Let's say I have a really big ewe, she's milking 12 pounds a day. I'm gonna feed her at least 6 pounds of grain divided by 2 milkings. And I also have a rule that as much
But
as
they're
they
not
can
on grain year round.
eat. Yep.
either.
They're not on grain year round. When they're
Only
dry,
when they're
and-
nursing or
Okay,
pregnant.
then it's nothing.
Yep, then it's nothing. Then they're on their own. Because
Yeah.
they should be able to maintain a reasonable, you know, their
Just from the
conformation
hay.
should be able to stay pretty good. I'm gonna pull out. Focus, yes. Spilled my drink and everything. So she knows what she needs to do, when and how she needs to do it. The whole thing.
So her udder is starting to come in. Got a little scab on there I should treat. This is going to be where her ligaments are.
I got a metric.
When this is
Start
really
seeing
loose,
that.
Swear to God,
Yeah.
it goes from
you can
12
tell that
to
she's getting
14,
closer.
13 in there. But I
In
got-
goats, rugrats are on the right, lunch is on the left. So
I
her
don't know
babies-
why they did it like that or what, but I got. I'll just give
You can feel a foot right here. There's a whole leg
Oh,
in
yeah.
there.
I'm guessing she's got 2 big babies in there, possibly 3 smaller babies in there. So this udder will start to just fill and fill
Even more,
and
yeah.
fill and fill and fill. And when it's shiny and bright, we will know
That
she's ready to go. Yeah, and she'll stand here. She'll let me milk her out. She's mad because there's no grain in her bucket. Good job, Ben. She'll it'll give me an opportunity to get her milk out, cleaned up, and then I let her ride again. She goes back in her pen, and the next one comes out. So they have a pecking order And if you milk them out of pecking order, oh, man, you aren't going to hear the end of it. She's going to let you know that goat doesn't go first. I go first. And she is. She's the boss around here.
You obviously made this yourself. I mean,
Ben made it, yeah.
Fairly easy.
And I've got a platform that goes up here that I can milk 10 at a time. My milking grain. Mill. It's not far from you guys. In Auroraville.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. That Olson's Mill's where we go to get our steer
love
feed.
him. I miss him. Kara are so nice. He's got everything you'll need. He's got the minerals. He's got.
We're probably gonna end up going there. So if we bring your name up, we won't get yelled at.
No, and just tell him you want the same thing as Vicki Lauer and Laura Ike used to buy.
Okay.
And
Good to know.
Vicki buys all her grain there too, so they'll have enough because she's got.
It's a custom blend or whatever. Yeah.
Well, Kent developed. There's a 18% developer and a 16% milking goat. The developer is medicated, so you don't have to deal with certain stuff. If you're going to eat that goat in X amount of time, obviously go with non-medicated. So.
But with the dairy animals, you're getting non-medicated as well.
I'm getting a non-medicated.
Is there any time you would recommend them medicated?
If you're starting to have herd health issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really, that would
if
be
your
the only-
older does are shooting water out their back end, or
Diarrhea,
he's got some sort of
yeah.
stomach bug that you can't seem to kill, there's like a decox in some of those that will kill everything. But when you're killing good bugs,
you're killing bad. Yeah.
Yeah, vice versa. When you're killing bad, you're killing good too. So offer a probiotic. She's a little scaly because we're switching over here, so I'll add some black oil sunflower seed in for her.
Get their coat
in her grain to get her coat back up. We'll worm them right after they deliver because it's such a stressful time for their body that a lot of times.
Is that just a pill?
It's usually a liquid. It can be an injectable. It can be a paste. It's not hard to find.
Okay.
Olson's carries.
Yeah.
So like an ivermectin, something
Oh yeah,
like that.
yep. That's what dogs get more or less.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We worm everything here as often as we need to.
Well, absolutely,
absolutely. It's just
How-
one thing after the next.
How long would you milk? Like, what's the average life expectancy of a milking goat?
I would say with good nutrition and good management practices, 10 years.
Okay, and then you would butcher them or eat them, yeah.
I'd grind them up at that age.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
you wouldn't
anything
get
after
much
2
for-
or 3, you're gonna want to
Just like a
grind it
steer,
down.
yeah.
Absolutely, or offer it as dog food. There's always an outlet. So let's say that this is your favorite goat. You can't fathom putting it in the freezer. You don't want to eat it. Send it to butcher. Send it to the auction. Somebody will come pick it up.
Yeah.
Somebody else will not have the emotional attachment
Right.
to it.
Well, and that's-
I've always said our animals have one bad day. That's it.
And that's
They
their
live a
last
very,
day. Yeah.
Yep, and they live a very great life here. And until they are literally in the stall at the butcher, they've got it made.
Yep.
So it's really.
That's how we would want our animals to live too.
Yep,
Absolutely.
one bad day. The kids are always like, oh, yeah, I can't believe they're going to eat it. I'm like, guys, they lived a great life. They had a ton of love. They were in a better spot here than they could have been
You
in many
couldn't
other
pop-
places. So, I always tell the kids, don't get attached to the things that we're not going to keep.
Right.
Please. Don't pick this ram lamb as suddenly your favorite thing on the whole farm. There's no sense in that. You're going to be disappointed. Your feelings are going to get hurt. You're probably going to be pissed off at your mom.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that.
Well,
Fall in love with his sister, okay? Because
Yeah.
that one we can
Be
keep, and
around
I'll
for a
add it
while.
to the breeding program, and in a year she'll give you babies, and then you fall in love with her daughter,
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was hard for the girls. Maybe the first 2 cycles, the first 2,
Yeah.
and then they got it. That this isn't this isn't Mary had a little lamb. This is Mary has a working farm.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
No, just look up there, honey.
yep. And he is so sweet. He really is a mellow lamb. But he doesn't have a nice mother.
All right, we are just leaving our friends Laura and Ben's place. Way down in Richland Center, in the middle of nowhere somewhere.
Are you videoing?
We're videoing, Madeline. Did you have a fun day? with all the goats and sheep and
She's
the
sad.
horses.
She's sad because she didn't want to leave.
I know. Well, we had such a fun day and we learned so much about goats and sheep, much more than I ever thought I could know. And we're gonna work out a deal with them and get a couple of baby goats, maybe even a baby sheep. And I don't know, we'll see where the rest of it goes from there. But we also might figure something out for a goat that's already pregnant that we'll get maybe sometime this summer, so we can go through that whole process and start milking goats. So a lot to look forward to, and we are really excited. Next step. Hey buddy, you stuck between a rock and a hard place?